Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we'll be talking about EFS, Elastic File System. So this is what we are going to create in this video. So if you see, Amazon Elastic File System provides a simple, scalable Elastic file system for general purpose workloads for use with AWS cloud services and on-premises resources. So basically, EFS allows you to store and access files in the cloud, similar to how you would store files on your computer's hard drive. So I have also written a small post in my Instagram channel as well. So you can visit that to know more about it. So how to connect with EC2 instance and so on, and the different storage types. And also I've written about AWS Direct Connect as well today. So you can check that to get more information. So saying that, let's go ahead and create. So initially go to the services. So since this is related to the storage, let's go to the storage section, and under here you can see EFS. So click that. So this is how you can redirect to this particular console. So once you are here, you can just click create file system. So you can see you can just give the name and create it. Let's say you want to add some other options. So here we have the default VPC. Let's customize so that we can add more here. So let's add it as my EFS. And you can see here storage classes. We have two different storage classes, standard and one zone. So coming to the standard storage class is designed to provide high availability and durability for your data. So it stores your files redundantly across multiple availability zones within a region. So this means that even if one availability zone experiences an issue, your data remains accessible and protected. So the standard storage class is suitable for applications that require high availability and need to operate across multiple availability zones. That is when we are going to use standard. So whenever you're going to use standard, we'll be having multiple availability zones, which we'll be seeing in the, like when you go in the end, you can see that. So I'll be just showing you in the end. So coming to the one zone. So whenever you select one zone, you see only we can select one availability zone. So one zone storage class is designed to provide the cost saving while still managing durability. So when one zone or storage class, your data is stored in a single availability zone instead of being replicated across multiple zones. So while this storage class offers lower cost, it's important to note that your availability zone where your data is stored experience a disruption, your data may be temporarily inaccessible. So the one zone storage class is ideal for the use cases where you can tolerate the temporary unavailability or have the backup measure in the place. So that is when we are going to use the one zone. So whenever you select one zone, you can select the availability zone that you want. Okay. So let's say if you select standard, so standard, and if you go to the next section, you see we have different availability zones. Whereas if you select just one zone, you cannot see these availability zones, all these zones, right? So let's select one zone and see whether we'll be having all these. So just select one zone and go to the next. You see, we only have one availability zone. In the end, you can see only one availability zone. So that is what the difference between these two. So I also talked about this in my Instagram channel as well. Maybe I'll write a blog related to this soon. So saying that, let's select the second. So if you want backups, you can just enable those backups. And coming to the lifecycle management. So AWS EFS supports two lifecycle policies: transition into IA instructs lifecycle management when you transition files into the file system in frequent access storage class. So that is when you select these. So let's say I'm not touching this for 30 days. So obviously it will go to one zone in frequent access. So since we have selected one zone, it's showing us one zone in frequent access. So if you select standard, it's standard in frequent access. So you can select accordingly the number of days that you want. That is what it is. And coming to the next one, transition out of I instructs EFS intelligent tire when to transition files out of this IA storage. So initially it's none, but you can just add the on first access. So when it is accessed, like it will again go back to the standard. So that is what it is. And you can enable the encryption, and you can also add the KMS key. So we have discussed about this KMS key in previous videos. So I'm not showing this. So you can just select next, and you can just create this key, and you can just add your AR in here. So that is how you can create the key. And performance setting, I'll just leave it as default as of now. And yeah, just go to the next. And this is the default VPC that we have, and the security groups as well. So default security groups, let's go to the next section. And here you can add the file system policy to prevent root access by default, or enforce read-only access, prevent anonymous access, enforce in-transit encryption for all clients. So I can just leave it as default. So whenever you leave, like we don't have any policy, so you see it's empty. So if you select anything, for example, let's say prevent anonymous access. So let's go back here and can see the file system policy, and you can add the tags if you want, but in this case I'm just leaving it as default, and in there you can just click create. So that is how you can create this file system. So you see we have created our file system, so you can see all the uh, related tags. So we have this default tag that we have, and the policy network that is still creating, since we are using the standard. It has like more availability zones. So yeah. So this is how you can create your EFS. And in the next videos, we'll be talking more about this EFS. So stay tuned. And if you've liked the video, please click the like button below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and please share the video. Thanks everyone.